Hey folks, I thought I'd found a cheap alternative to the expensive ball joints for the Monster. I think the last time I bought them they were like $50 in that range. I've been looking for something different online. I've tried a few different things, none of them are any good. But I found these. They're pretty inexpensive. They're on eBay. I'd rather buy from Amazon, they're more trustworthy, but eBay's all I could find, so that's fine. Now, what I like about these, they got the rubber guards on them, which they look really cheap quality, so they probably don't do much, but at least they're there. And what I like about these ones is they come with nuts. And the Monster's ball joints, they don't come with nuts, so I have to keep using the originals. If I lose one, then I'm gonna have to search. I imagine they'd be pretty straightforward. 8mm lock nut probably wouldn't be too hard, but even still, I'd rather have them. I'd rather have new ones every time I put the ball joints on. So what really impresses me with these ones is on the back they have a cap with a cotter pin. Now the problem I have with the Monster's ball joints is when they fail, they fall apart and I lose my steering. So with these, the advantage of the way they're set up, the Monster's expensive ball joints, the way they're set up is the ball is put in from the bottom and there's a ring pressed into place, and that's what holds the ball in. Well, when they wear out, this ring falls out and everything just kind of falls apart. So the advantage here is the ball actually goes in from behind, and then this cap is on and the cotter pin's on it, so they're not gonna fall apart. If the cap fails or cotter pin fails, the ball's gonna come through the end, but it's still gonna stay together, and my steering will be wobbly and probably wear off a whole bunch of tread on the way home, but at least I'm not gonna lose my steering. So that's what turned me on to these. So I decided to purchase a package of these, a package of two, a left and a right, and see what happens. So hopefully you can see. Maybe blurry. Somebody else checking it out. Emoji. Zoom out a bit. He's not entirely used to being in front of the camera, so he's not exactly sure how to deal with it at the moment. But anyways, these are the ball joints that I got. They don't look anything like the picture. They don't have the rubber seal on them. Not that I'm expecting the seal to really do all that much anyways. It's just kind of around there and just kind of, I guess, black spray or whatever. However, on the back there is no cotter pin. Cannot see a cotter pin on there at all. In a way, these are really cheaply made. They weigh next to nothing, but in a way they are kind of almost superior to the ones that are on the Monster, because just like the ones that I wanted, the ball comes in from behind, and on the one that I want, it's got the cap on the back with the cotter pin that goes through it to hold it in place. But this one just has a ring pressed in, which I don't like, because on the ones on the Monster it's got the ring pressed in from the front, and when that ring wears out, this falls apart. So I don't know what to expect when this ring fails, but actually I don't even think it's a ring, I think it's a cap. The whole thing, the center part, and I think the whole thing is just one piece. But if this fails, the good part is, and this is why I say it's superior to the ones the Monster has, is if this fails, this is going to come out this way, and it's going to come apart, but it won't separate into two pieces like the Monsters do when they break. So in a way, that's a bit better design. But either way, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I bought. I am not impressed. But what I might do with these, The two that wear out most are the ones that are actually attached to the wheels. The bar that attaches the steering to the first wheel, which actually moves everything, they don't wear out quite as fast, so I'm thinking I might use these for that. And the main reason for that would be they're not as stressed, I don't think. They don't seem to be anyways. But if I break one of these, I lose my steering. But so far, the only ones that broke have been on the right side, which is not the one that's attached to the steering shaft. So if it breaks, the wheel points out to the side, but I still have my steering on the other wheel. If the left one breaks, or if one of the steering ones break, that original steering rod from the steering to the first wheel, if it breaks, I lose my steering completely. So I might use these on that rod. That way, if one of these fails, it's not going to come apart. I'll still be able to steer a little bit. So, because I know when I get improper items from eBay, I don't always get told to send them back. I'm hoping I don't get told to send these back. They just give me my money back and keep what you got. So I don't know, but I can't find another source for the ones that I want. That's the problem. I did the original one that I found. They don't ship to Canada, which angered me, but I haven't managed to find another seller. I've never seen that particular design before, so maybe it's a new style that's just come out. And I found a second seller for it, so maybe there will be more coming. I don't know. But I'm hoping. I'm still hoping. Yeah, he's not. Actually, I don't think it's the camera he's afraid of. I think he doesn't like the tripod. I think it's the tripod that's scaring him. Yep, Mr. Plastic Eater. Even Scooby. Scooby used to eat plastic too. The strange kitty cats. But he's coming along good. He's coming along good. He's still hiding when the boys come upstairs, but he's good. He does not like this. Yeah, there you go. Chompy, chompy, chompy. If I leave a plastic bag sitting somewhere, he'll lick it and lick it and lick it and lick it. And the sound gets kind of annoying after a while. But then he'll either lay on it or start chewing on it like he was just here with this. You got a cut on your head. A scab. Where's that from? Oop. Almost got it. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. I'm not going to itch you anymore. So this is your first real good look at Smokey. I've showed him sleeping, snoring, but I haven't actually showed him. In my old bedroom, I never really had a place where I could use the camera. It was very, very tight quarters. I had a lot of stuff in there. Not everything is in my room here. Some of it's out in the hallway, which I never had an option at the other place either. So, as you can probably see in the video here, there's boxes around. A lot of boxes in here, but mostly clothes in them. Stuff that I won't be wearing till summer. And actually, to be honest, a lot of clothes that I don't really even wear anymore, but for some reason I won't get rid of. I don't know why. And the other boxes are boxes of CD spools or DVD spools. All my files and pictures and videos on them. I have a lot of them too. Well, he just loves the attention, don't ya? Let's see if I can. One of our nightly routines. I'm going to bed. You like that, don't ya? It's purring away. He really likes his massages. Don't ya? You like your massages. He also likes a knuckle in the ear. I'll do it this side. He likes getting the knuckle in the ear. You do itchy in there? Should go itchy in there. He just pushes right into it. It feels good. It feels good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel good? Does it feel good? Okay, my back's getting sore. I gotta stop. So that's Moki. It is Moki. Hey folks, this is my first real unboxing, and unfortunately it's my second attempt because the camera I used to record this the first time decided it didn't want to work. I'm not sure if it's actually the camera or the card, but the video is extremely pixelated and all messed up, a lot of noise. So, we try it again. So this is my new SJCAM. I like the SJCAM I had before because it processes light and dark separately, so if you have a bright sky it's not totally washed out, and deep shadows actually have detail in them, so it's kind of nice that way. That's where my H9 lacks. It just kind of blends everything together and it's really not a great picture. So decided to buy one again, and it's about the same price I paid the first time. So this is the box, genuine SJCAM. So I should get into open. Pull the sleeve off of it. And the box itself is all taped up because, like I say, I've done this once already. And before I checked the video, I already broke down the box and everything. Just kind of slide that open. And this is a battery charger. I did not get this with my first camera, so that's a plus. I was not expecting that. So here's the actual camera in its waterproof case. This one is a little bit different. It's got kind of a round edge on it, and the other one didn't have that. Actually, I think that's the old case. The actual case itself is even smaller. But everything's set up the same, buttons are in the same. It's got a different clip on the top. This one actually looks more secure. Buttons are all in the same location. So that's the camera. And this one is silver, which is nice because my other one is black, and this will be easy to differentiate between the two. Pull that over there. Come on. It's a little bit pretty. Like I say, everything's the same. And compare this with my fake SJCAM. Same width, same height, same thickness. So everything's really pretty much the same as far as how it's set up. It's kind of nice. This one does have a microphone right there, but it's got dirt in it, so it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I like this battery case opener better, because this one here you have to pull the tab back. Well, that was easy. There's the battery inside, but you have to pull the tab back and then pry it, and it's really hard to do. So I actually like this better because you just stick your fingernail in and pull up and everything's good. So that's the camera and the case. And apparently this one comes with a spare battery. Genuine SJCAM battery. I did not get that with the last one either. And a card. It's actually 32 gigabytes. Wow. I think the last one was like 8 gigabytes or 2 gigabytes or something. It's kind of one of those things to, get an idea how it works type thing. Not something that you'd always use. I don't recognize the brand name on this. Excuse me.
almost looks like it says Kingpin or Kingdom. It's too small for me to read, even with my glasses. But it's not a brand name that I recognize, so I'm not sure if I trust that. I bought a card off of eBay one time, 32 gigabyte, and it would record about 6 minutes and then it would finish. So I did a test on it, and it turned out it was only a 2 gigabyte card, so it was cheap fake crap. So I'll have to test that before I actually use it. So accessories, sticky pads, a couple buckle clips. One has a tripod mount on it, that's kind of nice. J-buckle, and a short extension, a short 90-degree extension, two tripod adapters, one's male, one's female, that's kind of neat. A USB cord, that'll be for the charger. An open back, so if you're using the case, then you can record your voice. A long 90-degree extension, handlebar mount, little straps for the buckles, cleaning cloth, a couple stickers, SJCAM stickers, manual, and this is a skeleton frame. This is the new style. Excuse me. I do not like these. Well, I do and I don't. I can't really say I don't like them. I don't like them because they don't work the way I want them to work, what I use them for. So basically this is really, really cheap, flimsy plastic. I don't know if you can tell, but you can actually see right through it. Yeah. It's thin. Now what this does is, from this side I guess, you put the camera inside it, and I am very worried about breaking this thing because you have to stretch it pretty good to get it on. I'll probably snap as I'm doing this. Wow. There's probably an easier way to do this. Alright, here we go. Now, what I do like about this is it holds the camera securely. It's not going anywhere. And once it's mounted, then it's not going to fall out. Nobody's going to be able to steal it or anything like that. So this will come in handy if I'm doing a fender cam video where the camera is mounted down at the bottom of the scooter or under the scooter doing the suspension or something. So it's good that way. But what I don't like about these, get it back out again. Okay, so on the scooter I have a rain case for when it's raining, and I have this frame. Now this one's a little bit different, but this is mounted on the scooter permanently. I just slip the camera. It's easier when it's mounted. Slip the camera inside it, and this is how I normally, it's not all the way in, and there's a reason for that, because this one actually holds a lot tighter. But this is what I use when it's not raining, and if it starts to rain, I just take the camera out of here and put it in my rain case. I can't do that with this one without detaching the frame from the scooter. So, problem with this is when I moved, I had the camera mounted in the U-Haul truck in the windshield, and I forgot my mount. I left it in there by mistake. So I had to get a new suction cup mount, which is no big deal. They're pretty much generic. Anything will work. You get this type of mount or the tripod mount, which is the ones that I use. And these here, every camera, every action cam that I bought, I've got this with it. And the difference between that one and this one is this has a tripod mount on the bottom, and the other ones have a tripod mount on the top, so you can mount them either way, upside down, whatever. And when you put these in, you can't mount them this way because the button goes underneath here and you can't reach it. So you have to mount it this way. And that's the advantage of having the tripod mount on both sides, because you can mount it either way. And the problem is, when I mount it on the scooter, it's upside down. And I can put the camera in upside down, it's not a big deal because I can invert the video, but the button's underneath, and with the mount and the screw, it can't reach the button. So I went searching for new ones of these. This is basically what I'm finding now. They've gone with this new design, which, like I say, it has its advantages, but it's not what I'm looking for. I did find these on Amazon, and people are charging $30, $40 for them, which is absolutely ridiculous. But this one here I found for $5, and the problem with this is, like I said, it only has the one mount, so I can't use this on the scooter. So basically what I'm using this one for is my weather cam, because it hangs upside down anyways, so it doesn't matter if the camera's upside down or right side up, because I can reach the button either way. It doesn't matter because it's just hanging in the window. So by buying this one, I freed up the one that I was using for the weather cam, and I can use it somewhere else. So I guess that's okay that way. But this seems to be the new style. You can get aluminum ones as well. There's another one that I was looking at. I'm tempted to buy it. It's a little out of my price range at the moment. I'm kind of financially strapped. I shouldn't have bought this, but I didn't realize it at the time when I bought this one. But it looks like it's two-piece. It's got the main frame that the camera fits into, and it looks like there's a door on the back that slides on. So I might check that one out, and if I remember correctly, that one was aluminum. So that's a good thing. So get all the non-SJCAM stuff out of here. So the other thing, okay, this has a battery in it already. So that's a spare battery. That's kind of nice. Because I actually bought a charger, and I bought a bunch of batteries that I could charge. So this one actually comes with us. That's nice. I like that. So if you don't use the power cords like I do, if you just use the batteries, then carry a spare battery with you, and you get extra time. Because all the cameras that I have, it doesn't matter which one it is, they only last about an hour and a half before the battery dies in them. So that's give you a little extra time. And I'm not sure about the 32 gigabyte card. I think, if I remember correctly, it was 3 to 5 hours of recording time. I use a 64 gigabyte, and according to the manual, this only takes 32, up to 32, but 64 does work in it. So I'm hoping this one works the same way. The H9, same thing. It said maximum 32, but 64 gigabyte card works in it. That's what I'm using right now. And it will record the entire card. I have tested them. So 7 to 9 hours out of them, which is kind of more than adequate for my purposes anyways. Unless I'm doing weather cam, then I tend to fill the cards up. So there's that. And I have some accessories. This is a lens cap. Actually says SJCAM on it, but it seems that the lenses are not the same diameter anymore. They seem to be a little smaller. This is the fake SJCAM, and it fits nice and tight. Same thing. So they've made the lens smaller, a little bit narrower diameter. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, because I stick this in my pocket when I go outside and then mount it on the scooter and take the cap off, but I might not be able to do that. I have to stick an elastic over it or something. Not a big deal, but a little bit of a disappointment. And for the case, I have lens caps. This is also genuine SJCAM. It also doesn't fit. So they definitely changed the cases. It's a little bit smaller as well. There's the old case. Fits on there perfectly. And same thing, if I'm carrying it in my pocket, I like to have the protection on it. But unless they have a redesigned set of these and the lens caps, then I'm not going to be able to do that. It doesn't even come close to fitting. At least that one's close. Just not even close. So that's the SJCAM. It's nice having this one silver. Like I said before, I can differentiate between it. I can't use my old SJCAM on the scooter anymore. Well, I can, but it's got a permanent USB cord attached to it now, as it's soldered directly to the battery terminals. So the charger port broke. There's a tiny little circuit board inside there, right in the middle of it, and that goes inside the cord when you plug it in, and it broke off of it. So I just opened it up, took the battery out, and just soldered wires directly to it for power. Works good as a weather cam, that's about it. So I won't be able to do that with this one. But as far as files go, I always keep my files separated by camera. So the other one I was just putting SJCAM. I can't do that now because I won't know whether it's this one or the other one. So this will be SJCAM silver. So I'll be able to differentiate that way. So hope my video turned out okay. And that's it for the unboxing.
To finish off this video, I'm going to touch on a couple points. First of all, we have a freezing rain event on the way, and it's going to be negatively impactful, I guess you could say. Some freezing rain, possible Thursday morning, which is tomorrow morning. A potential ice storm for parts of southern Ontario Saturday and Sunday. A fast-moving low-pressure system will cross southern Ontario Thursday, bringing in an area of rain with it. Precipitation may start as freezing rain early in the morning, before quickly changing to rain as temperatures rise above the freezing mark. Any freezing rain should be fairly brief near the Highway 401 corridor, but may persist for a couple of hours for regions farther north, and especially over higher terrain. Locally slippery conditions are possible. Closer to Lake Ontario shoreline, only rain is expected. A much more significant freezing rain event is looking increasingly likely for portions of southern Ontario Saturday and Sunday as a slow-moving, low-pressure system approaches the area. Precipitation may start as rain, but increasing northeasterly winds will draw colder air from an Arctic high-pressure system to the north, resulting in a changeover to freezing rain. Few rounds of precipitation are likely during this period, with a significant threat of prolonged freezing rain in some areas. I'm laughing because this is like the fourth time I've done this. I kept stumbling. There's some tough words in there. So at this point, there's still considerable uncertainty with regards to which areas may be most affected. Areas closer to Lake Ontario and near the Highway 401 corridor may remain just above the freezing mark much of the time, limiting the amount of icing somewhat. Areas farther north and over higher terrain are likely to be impacted the most. This has the potential to be a major ice storm for some regions, with ice accumulations in excess of 20 millimeters possible. Ice accumulations of this magnitude, combined with gusty winds of 60 kilometers per hour, may result in widespread power outages due to fallen tree limbs and power lines. Travel is also expected to be hazardous. Now, I'm bringing this up because I didn't really get any good video of this, nothing of interest. I can't really use my weather cam anymore. I'll be showing that in, I think, the next video. But this storm that's coming on the weekend is actually going to have, it will result in my first scanner recording that I'll be posting. And I'm going to have an entire video devoted just for that. So I wanted to touch on that, just to let you know what's coming up. And the other thing that I want to point out is I mentioned in an earlier video about the vehicles at Tim Hortons blocking the wheelchair ramp. This has happened. This is like the 5th or 6th time that I haven't been able to get up the ramp because cars are blocking it. So So I actually went in and talked to the manager about it this time. The problem is the area where you pull in, it's got the disabled parking, it's very short. So anybody with a long vehicle, they have to pull in as far as they can, otherwise the back end of the vehicle is sticking out in traffic. I understand that. The problem is when they do that, there's nothing stopping the vehicles from going too far forward and parking on the wheelchair ramp. They can't put parking blocks or signs there because people have to get the wheelchairs from the vehicles to this ramp. So people pull in, they don't want to be blocking traffic, so they pull up all the way and they end up blocking the wheelchair ramp. And like I said many times before, it's not a big deal to me because I can always get off my scooter and walk in, which I normally do anyways. I just use the ramp to park up beside the building, so I'm not blocking traffic like I am right now. Taking a chance on my scooter getting hit by somebody backing out of a parking spot or something. But the issue is there are people here that are on power chairs, my roommate included. She doesn't have the option of getting off and walking in. So that's where the issue is. And I talked to the manager about this. Will anything be done about it? Nah, not likely. So my solution to this would be to shorten the patio area and move the ramp over a little farther. That'll give a little extra room for people to park, and they won't feel like they need to pull all the way in. So I guess that's my solution to that. If you can call it a solution, because nothing will be done about it. But I made my voice heard anyways. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.